In recent years, scooters with a maxi scoot feel and looks have really dominated the Philippine market. From the 160 to 155, even to 125cc, we've had a lot of scooters that again looks like a maxi scoot. But today, what we're going to talk about is a legit maxi scooter that has the power and the displacement to go along with it. We'll be talking about the Kymco Xciting S 400i. Ang bilis ang pick up ng accelerator na to. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to like and share this video, subscribe and then hit that bell so that you will always be updated with our motorcycle and car reviews, tips, and updates that we have. Also, please follow our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/motoriwan so that you will get all the updates that we will be featuring for you. And before we start, special thank you to G4 Sticker Works for any decals needs, GP&E LED lights for brighter than bright LED lights. Also, for the most advanced throttle controller, top speed advanced accelerator controller. And if you want tints that's dark from the outside but clear from the inside, go for BF tint, and you can all get them from Top of Philippines. As with any motorcycles that we have reviewed, we're gonna talk about the looks. First impression upon looking at this scooter, this is really huge. Its size is really imposing. It actually has aggressive lines that spells aerodynamics. This has several layers when it comes to its design, but all are joined together seamlessly. Even the contoured seats, we know that that's there for comfort, but it also adds to the styling. This is definitely an aggressive looking scooter and it's almost sporty in design. For this specific color variant, you really have to appreciate the combination of the black and the bronze color, I believe it is, and the minimalistic decals, but has that embossed branding for the Xciting S and the 400cc that you have here in front. The headlights are really looking sharp, and the signal lights also are well placed, and it doesn't go against the overall design of the bike. It also has this metal grab bar right here for the passenger and a huge muffler that adds presence into its looks. After talking about its looks, let's go to the engine. What we have is a 400cc engine displacement, 4-stroke single overhead cam, 4-valve and liquid-cooled engine. This will give you 37.7 Newton meters worth of torque at 6,000 RPM and 35.5 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. Given its engine, so how does it do on the road? Watch this. May natin dito konti. Natakay ako. Ang bilis ang pick up ng accelerator na to. And at 131 na kagad tayo. 131 kilometers per hour yung nakita ko. In such a short span, impressive yun para sa scooter, para sa maxi scooter. Given its size, I was actually very surprised as to how this motorcycle did on the highways. It accelerated very smoothly and I can speed up in just a little amount of time. And as a testament as to how smooth this ride goes, I was actually doing already 120 and 130 kilometers per hour on this scooter, but I hardly even noticed it. When it comes to the top speed, at my weight, I am 210 pounds. I was able to get to 140 kilometers per hour, but still, I'm not even maximizing the throttle. So it's still very controlled given that I'm in the highway and there's a lot of cars present at that point. But I know for a fact that this scooter would still give out a lot when it comes to speed. So if you are an Xciting S400 owner, comment on the section below as to what your top speed is. In terms of fuel consumption, how I use this scooter is actually 95% while or really just going for the speed at all times, or most of the time, I was able to get 20 kilometers per liter. Again, I'm 210 pounds, so I'm a little bit on the heavy side. And while riding, you will actually hear the radiator coming on to control the heat. If I'm going to compare it with the naked bikes and the sports bike that I have used, you won't actually feel the heat on this scooter, which is actually a plus point, especially if you're traveling long distances. So that's something that you will appreciate. When it comes to the brakes, what we have in front is a dual disc brake, and this is already ABS channeled, so that adds confidence and dependability when it comes to your braking power. And what we have at the rear is a single disc brake, which is also ABS channeled. So the fact that you have the front and the rear brakes on ABS, that's just a plus point when it comes to safety. For the brake levers, it's good that we have an adjustable lever, so you can definitely adjust it when it comes to your preference and depending on your reach. For the suspension, what we have in front is a huge telescopic fork, just enough space between the fairings and the actual fork. Here, let me show you. And for the rear, what we have is an adjustable twin shock, so you can adjust it depending on your preference again. When it comes to the suspension, you will actually feel that it's a little bouncy for the bigger bumps, but for the smaller bumps, that is something that you will appreciate because it will really give a good play when it comes to that. And it also helps that this scooter has a wide tire. What we have in front is 120/70 by 15, and then at the rear what we have is 150/70 by 14. Definitely wide enough for you to be able to get that stability, especially when speeding up on the highways, and to be able to have that control when it comes to minor bumps and uneven roads. When it comes to the tire performance, actually has a decent grip, provided that this is only the stock tires that we have. I did not have any slips on the highways, and given from where we are in Bulacan, sobrang lubak talaga dito. So it did not slip or anything like that. We rode it during the rain, we rode it in the highways, we rode it during traffic, but it performed how it should perform, and it did not slip. It has enough grip for me to be able to have a stable ride. When it comes to the features, we have a combination of analog and digital panel. At the leftmost side is the digital, or rather the analog speedometer, and you have that digital version at the middle part, and then at the rightmost part you will have all the information that you would need, like the voltmeter, gas gauge, and all that information. This Kymco scooter would also have the Nudo version, or the Nudo function, in which you can pair your scooter to your mobile phone by downloading the Kymco Nudo app. What it does is that you can definitely have your scooter screen customizable depending on your preference, and it seems like you would already have that built-in navigator because you just have to connect your phone to the scooter and you can see the directions at the panel. This is actually very easy to operate. You just have to again download the app, pair it through Bluetooth, the scooter and the phone, and then there you go. You can already pretty much do and control everything on the phone, and then have the updates appear on your scooter at the middle part of your screen, the Nudo part. You would also get an adjustable windshield, which is very useful, especially when it comes to long ride. And if you are traveling through expressway, you would also have the engine kill switch, hazard light, and passing light. And you would also have an easy access to your gas tank because you don't have to dismount anymore. You will have a couple of front pockets, one of which would already have a charging port. And here's a bonus, you would have a huge seat compartment with LED lights. Let's see what will fit on our under seat storage. After discussing the performance and all the features and specs that this scooter provides, let's sum it up. For the areas of improvement, I would definitely improve on the stock headlight, especially on the low beam. I would add an upgraded light into it, or maybe go for the GP&E brighter than bright LED lights, so that you will have a better visibility, and better visibility at night also equates to better safety. For the OBR, especially for the shorter ones, just like what my wife when we rode this, especially for long rides, your OBR may have a tendency to get tired when it comes to their legs because of how wide the seat is. So they would have to really extend their legs and try to reach the pillion here. But other than that, that's it. In terms of the really good points for this scooter, I'm really impressed when it comes to the power, the speed, and the acceleration, considering that this is only 400cc, considering it's really big, and the fact that it is still a scooter. I appreciated the windshield as well. It really helped a lot when driving through the highways. It lessens the stress on the driver, and the fact that this is adjustable. And to go along with that, I get to my point, to my travel point as fast as I can, because this is a 400cc bike. This is expressway legal, and I have that speed and power, but I also have the convenience of riding it. Another good point is that this is feature packed. You have a lot of features going for you that will function for you so that your ride will be practical and convenient. Not to mention that the Nudo application, the Nudo function of this motorcycle, that's something that we don't have in the Philippines yet for the other manufacturers, in terms of getting your phone connected to your scooter so that you will have a seamless customization and navigation experience. So for 359,000, what you're gonna get is a scooter that's really good in acceleration and speed, but again, you will have that convenience when it comes to traveling and really just relax and go for that chill vibe so that you can enjoy your ride. Is this scooter for you? Comment below and let us know your thoughts. Again, if you learned something in this video, please don't forget to like and share this one, subscribe, and then hit that bell so that you will always be updated with all the car and motorcycle updates, reviews, and tips that we have for you. Also, please don't forget to follow our Facebook page, facebook.com/motornijuan, so that you will get all the updates that we have for you. Until our next video, mga brother, kita-kits soon. Salute!